Good morning. I am Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. We got a lot to cover on today's program, so I'm going to go straight to it. Got Dan Abbate with me. He is with Robotaton, and they're a phenomenal company, cutting edge. Really helps businesses and taking their company to the next level, and been always impressed with their work. And Dan is a contributor here on The Price of Business. Dan, why don't you start with your elevator speech and then real quickly introduce us to your guest today, whom I'm really excited about.
Sure, yeah, I'm really excited about our guest today too, Kevin. Robotaton is a company that focuses on business process automation. Our goal is to replace human labor with digital labor, as we like to say. And, somebody who's involved in a lot of technology is our guest today, Christoph REmund, CEO of the DHL Global Forwarding in the U.S. He's responsible for all the U.S. Operations, and he's going to talk to us today, and we're going to ask him about the technology involved in coordinating DHL's extensive shipping operations. So welcome to the show, Christoph.
Yes, good morning. Thank you so much, Dan.
Yeah, we're delighted to have you on the program. Tell us a little bit about your background and about your experience with DHL.
Yes, DHL is comprised of 4 business units, Express, Global Forwarding, Supply Chain, and Post E-commerce parcel. DHL is actually part of the Deutsche Post DHL group and commits its expertise in international supply chain. We operate a global network of in more than 220 countries and territories. We're close to 285,000 employees worldwide, which offers customer superior service quality, local knowledge to satisfy the supply chain of our customers. I'm personally the CEO of DHL Global Forwarding, which is one of the DHL divisions. DHL Global Forwarding is the heavyweight business unit that offers customers a single, reliable source of services in logistics, supply chain management, customs brokerage, project cargo, and same-day delivery. Here in the U.S., we have 4,000 employees who work out of 65 offices and more than 10 distribution hubs. And the company provides services to customers in all industries such as automotive, consumer, retail, engineering, manufacturing, life science, energy, chemical, as well as public and sector and aerospace industry.
Wow, that's amazing. Dan, your next question.
Yeah, so tell us, Christoph, obviously you're running a large global operation with a lot of moving parts. Tell us a little bit about the different technologies that you employ to facilitate those transactions and facilitate the communication between customers and suppliers and vendors and getting everything to where it needs to be.
Yes, I mean, with the large volumes, we move across complex supply chains for our customer. Technology plays an extremely important role in many aspects. It's always built on our solution-driven expertise and our know-how in the specific trade lane and sector-driven markets. The focus with the technology is to simplify the supply chain of our customers with technology that can be used by basically business from any industry. But at the same time, we also have technology that is being developed specifically for sensitive type of shipment. For example, in the life science and healthcare industry.
Yeah, I'm curious. I imagine that this is one of those key industries where you are dramatically affected at least every year, if not every quarter, by changes in technology. What kind of things do you do to keep up with that?
Well, I can give you by example of some of the things we are developing. And one of the ways we do it is obviously, have long-standing and close relationship with our customers, which also proves that we deliver customer service and excellence. And by listening to our customers basically every day, understanding what their requirements are, and also understanding where their own business moves, it will allow to adjust our offerings as well as the technology we use and keep us up to date. I talked about the life science industry. And you can imagine transporting temperature-controlled shipment for this industry requires a unique combination of skills and expertise, right? And so we have created a new product which is called DHL Terminet, which is basically the new standard for air freighting life science product across the network. And what it does, it's based on a IT system called LifeTrack, which has been designed specifically for compliance to the life science and healthcare requirements. And it provides integrated data source for all the temperature and logistic data of a life science shipment. You have a smart sensor with RFID technology, which basically monitors the shipment temperature along the transportation chains and at designated checkpoints. What it does an in-transit ambient temperature monitoring. And should you have, any sign of any deviation from the temperature or the agreed parameter, it will basically alert our teams and will then be able to contact the nearest on-site cold chain specialist to help us to intervene and quickly resolve the issue. So this is just one of the sample how we make use of technology to monitor our customer shipment and also make sure if we have deviations that we can react immediately to the changes.
Very good. We got about a minute left. Dan, why don't you wrap it up for us?
Yeah, this is great stuff, Christoph. So just tell me really quick about, is your technology driven mostly by your customer demanding it, or is it a combination of customer demand and also compliance and regulation because of the complexity of the different industries you work in?
It is obviously also, we keep up to date what generally happens within the business, but a lot of it is definitely driven by our customers and how their business keeps developing.
Very good. By the way, Christoph, the best website that you want to refer people to?
Our website is www.dhl.com. And customers can find the service offering and details of the entire group as well as our sister business units.
And Dan, your website to wrap it up.
Robotaton.com. That's robotaton.com.
I love what you do, Dan, and thanks for this great interview to both of you gentlemen. All right, when we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here, including this great interview, can be found over at the national news website, usdailyreview.com. While they're like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter, and this is The Price of Business.